close. Got something for you, but keep it to yourself. I'm feeling curious, want to explore it. Nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute. Before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it. Hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on. Here with me, I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay. We'll take it slow. This feeling's true.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Man, it is great to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit full stride. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Golden State Warriors. And a nice roll continuing right now for Golden State. They are really playing at a high level right now, going 8-1 over the last 9 games. And what a shootout we're going to have tonight, a battle of offensive juggernauts. Shaq, what are some things these teams can do to try to gain an advantage?
Well, you got to impose your style of play as early as possible. You got to be versatile in the ways you score. You're just going to go out and do what you do.
Well, that's just saying be aggressive, Ernie. That's it. Aggressive is the most undervalued and then at the same time overused statement. But aggressiveness means getting done what you want to get done. That's what you have to do. That's when you're aggressive.
Shaq, did you understand what he just said?
I sure did not.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
At center, Durant 2. At power forward, Durant 3. At shooter, Klay Thompson. At the other guard position, Stephen Curry. At the other forward position, Kevin Durant. The head coach of the Pistons team is Steve Kerr.
The Nets play before the hometown crowd. We've got it for you tonight, live from Brooklyn, New York. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against Philadelphia.
And I was really impressed with that passion to win. I mean, I don't think anybody saw that coming. They just stormed back there in that third quarter.
And it's the Warriors to start out. Thompson outside. And it's Thompson with the jam.
How about the overall ball movement? Green whipping the rock over to his open teammate. Good look.
One thing with Klay Thompson, Brent, when he gets it going, he recognizes it and looks to take over games. You saw it when he led that huge comeback for the Warriors in the 2016 playoffs against the Thunder, and you saw it when he went for 37 points in a quarter.
There are just a few players in the league that can do some of the things, especially when they're hot, like Klay Thompson does. I even think back to last year during the finals, Klay Thompson struggling offensively and then all of a sudden coming up with a huge first quarter where he scored 16 points against the Cavs to help get the Warriors going.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Klay in the backcourt. And it's Pachulia in at the center position. Crab with the ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Utah. 4 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound, Nets. Picked by Mozgov. Ball's knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays, whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. So knowing the kind of offensive team they're up against, they're coming in with the attitude they cannot let them get comfortable early.
Yeah, that's right. On D, they've got to come out with full intensity. Start slow, and they might find themselves with a big hole to dig out of.
Seems like Coach has made that crystal clear for them tonight. He's got them ready to play some very aggressive defense in this one. That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
Over in the corner, Green. And no good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Durant with the steal. Green in the post. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got his third rebound tonight. Here's Hollis Jefferson. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Hollis Jefferson's got his first basket.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Dinwiddie kicks to Mozgov. Now here's Cram, guarded closely. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Curry, good on the baseline J. Curry's got his second bucket tonight.
The defense, helpless. Steph Curry is just a sensational shooter. No one can guard this guy.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Warriors, number 1.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Here's Dinwiddie. He had 25 points in the win against Utah.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
Outside Carroll, and Durant sends it back.
An extremely fluid athlete with sneaky explosiveness. It's a wonder Durant doesn't block more shots.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
Well, for a long time, most media guides had Kevin Durant listed at 6'9". Most players and fans knew, Brent, that was dated information from when Durant first joined the league. He's clearly grown since entering the NBA.
It took a while for Kevin Durant to actually admit to the fact that he was 7 feet tall in shoes. So we finally have that tidbit of information that's so critical to whether or not Kevin Durant is a good player or a great player, right? I'm kidding, Kev.
It is.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
Green, no luck.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
But they get it back. Tries again. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Yeah, a bit frigid to begin this one. Just can't make anything to get the game started.
Dinwiddie kicks to Mozgov. To the paint. Curry with the steal. And here's the fast break. Here's Pachulia. It's a hand on it. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
Okay, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
It's stolen by Green. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. And Green slams it in.
How about Draymond Green and the nice finish, showing some athleticism there.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was one vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet.
Here's Dinwiddie following the score by Golden State. And again, it's the Nets missing. Here's Durant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, the pure length of Durant makes his shot so difficult to contest. Just one of many reasons he lives at the free throw line.
And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
Durant hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Nets trail by 7. Carroll, no one around him. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Kicks to Carroll. They double him with Green. The dish to Dinwiddie. Back to Carroll. Ball's knocked loose. Now the Warriors moving it up. Durant's running, and then Durant with the jam.
Well, when you see KD run the court with the speed of a guard, hard to keep up with him once he gets out in the open floor.
Brooklyn's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. They double him with Green. Here's Hollis Jefferson. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Carroll with the 3. Warriors with the rebound. But Julia's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
This is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Interconference showdown. You'd love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
Well, they'll meet twice this season. Tonight, the first matchup, so hard to know exactly what to expect.
And Draymond Green was asked if he would be a different player, Brent, if he wasn't so vocal. His response was that he absolutely would.
Well, he's 100% right. I played with Gary Payton in Seattle, and if he wasn't yapping, he wasn't playing as well. I would say that Draymond Green falls into that sort of category. He brings an edge, he brings an intensity, and that helps the other guys on the team settle into the roles that they feel most comfortable with.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the threes and the twos last season for the Nets.
And the three-pointer was their preferred weapon. It can be a risky strategy, but it's one that more and more teams have embraced over the years.
Here's Curry following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. A stupendous finish in traffic. Curry's got 6 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Dinwiddie passes to Crabbe. There's a screen. Outside Carroll. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Dinwiddie. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And Iguodala comes to help. Picked by Mozgov. Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Green. They grab their own miss. Hollis Jefferson passes to Crabbe, and Thompson sends it back.
Well, Clay is a very good positional and on-ball defender, but him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive. Cannot give players that kind of positioning, and the defense also late in trying to alter that shot.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Thompson comes with the double team. Dinwiddie kicks to Mozgov. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Mozgov's got his third basket of the night right there.
And the towering presence of Mozgov, most effective doing damage inside. And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Now here's Mozgov. He has 6, and Iguodala comes to help. Mozgov drives in. Pass to Crabbe. Picked by Mozgov. Off the pick. Crabbe, no good.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Durant dishes to Green. Golden State moving it around. Thompson for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Thompson's got 7 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Thompson comes with the double team. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. Third is Stephen Curry.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
Well, he is the modern point guard defined. Players who aren't just out there to direct traffic and keep the ball moving, but guys who can be the entire offense at times by themselves. Just tremendous scorers.
And there's West. That good on the assist by Iguodala. West has got his first bucket of the night. Timeout called the Nets. Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no off season. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right. So in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or you're in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that and in tune. Take a player that's 10 years down the road, there's no reason for you to push your body. You can be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents and then, of course, the upcoming season. Just watch the way the Warriors run their offense, and you have to think about the way that Steve Kerr had set things up. So many options and cuts on every play, using the three-point line to spread out the defense and find angles and niches to attack. Rarely relies on the ever-present NBA isolation plays.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Livingston, averaging 5 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent, but honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
And the stuff by West.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
Nets trail by 14. And with the fluid offense that Kerr has the Warriors running right now, Brent, it's as effective as it gets and has been for his whole tenure. The passing is just superb.
Well, it's an unreal offensive system with unreal shooters, Kevin. And so, guys understand that if we keep moving around and we keep moving the ball, everybody's going to have a shot to make a shot and to make the kind of contributions to the team offensively that they're used to. The fantastic part about what Steve's done, though, is the accountability on the defensive end, as Golden State is one of the primetime defenses every year.
And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Good work there as it goes. Thompson's got 9 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Out to the wing. Here's LeVert. And again, it's the Nets missing. Warriors leading by 18. And Klay Thompson again. 11 points in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
1:07 left to play in the first quarter. Here's LeVert. That's good on the jump shot. LeVert's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Iguodala the pass to Livingston, and he makes that one. And the Warriors lead by 20.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Here's Whitehead, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. No good from Booker.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
The Warriors have made 3 free throws so far, haven't missed any. And the Warriors making a change here. McCaw's checked in.
One shot behind the lanes.
Love the way that Sean Livingston goes to work when he's on the floor. He knows exactly what his strengths are and how to run an offense. He can act as a scorer at times and usually does it from that mid-range post area. As a guard, not many three-point shots, but devastating from about 8 feet out.
Here's LeVert. He had 10 points in the win against Utah. Harris outside. That 3 off the mark. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. 6 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Whitehead, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He's playing defense with a huge chip on his shoulder. Blocks, steals, you name it. He's all over the place. We've got more in store for you right after this. And certainly one of the game's bigger personalities, Draymond Green, had this to say about his approach to leadership.
Most importantly, it's just about how the guys respond to me. And, just really bringing that energy and that attitude and that fire each and every night, every day, whether it's in practice, whether it's, in the game, whatever it is, just always bringing that energy and that passion.
A heart and soul guy, Draymond Green has the kind of spirit, guys, that everyone else can just kind of feed off of.
Yeah, his talents and contributions now being appreciated. He's forced his way into the discussion of top 10 players in our league.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Love the pace they're playing with. Anytime you can get your offense going without the defense setting up, you've got a huge advantage.
Down low, it's Booker and Mozgov. Whitehead out there with LeVert, and it's Harris in at the 3. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. So, Brent, certain players are known for getting into people's heads. Who is a guy you played against that really challenged your mental toughness?
I'll give you 2 examples, Kevin. As an opponent, I would tell you that Vernon Maxwell was one of the less cerebral and more in-your-face aggressive players that I ever faced as an opponent. But on the flip side of that, Kevin, there were guys I played with that sometimes would challenge you mentally. In particular, one Gary Payton in Seattle. Always interesting to see how he approached the game, and sometimes even his own teammates.
But you always welcome the challenge, I'm sure.
Well, I take it head on. I mean, that's what guys do. They're paid to compete.
Got that one up quick.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Here's LeVert. Picked by Mozgov. Booker outside. Passes it to LeVert. 4 on the shot clock. Good defense by Iguodala. Warriors leading by 22. He's looking for Livingston and finds him. Misses in close.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Here's Whitehead. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Nets passing it around. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
There's just no excuse to leave someone that wide open. Communication breakdown.
And the jam by Nick Young.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the score by Golden State. Whitehead passes to Booker. A baseline J, off the left rim and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Whitehead after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Now the pass to LeVert. They set the pick. Here's Whitehead, fended by West. Whitehead's shot is off. Warriors leading by 23. And David West, the bucket on the assist from Young. 6 points for David West.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Yeah, I'm a little bit exhausted here trying to keep up with these guys, and I'm just watching. Yeah, they always attempt to wear you out.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Boston. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And checking out Brooklyn, 8 games out.
And seeing where the Nets are, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
Still some chances to find some positives as the season comes to an end. Even if it's not a playoff spot, just some kind of forward momentum heading into the offseason.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, good, Booker. And one of those lunch pail players. You love him, Greg. Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed, gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys.
And Pachulia over to help. Pass to Kilpatrick. A three-pointer off the mark. The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Here's McCaw. The rebound by the Nets. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the basket by Kilpatrick. Warriors leading by 21. Shots good from West. West has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here's Kilpatrick, defended by West. It's stolen by West. Fast break, here we go. Here's Young with the second effort, and stolen by Booker. Here's LeVert. He has 5. Booker. And another shot. It's tipped. West against Booker.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that specialize in intimidation. The Warriors, #1.
And sometimes a team will get one guy who can block. Other times a guy finds ways to get others involved in blocking. It can be contagious. If he can do it, why not me? Then all of a sudden you look up and you're leading the league in blocks.
And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
One thing we've seen from the Warriors is that this team's ability to turn things on and just put teams away is remarkable. They hit a switch, the defense causes some turnovers, and in the blink of an eye, 10, 12, 15 points, and you're down big.
One shot. One shot.
And that burst of scoring and intensity with the Warriors. You know, Brent, sometimes it feels like they only need to play 6 to 10 good minutes of basketball to win a game.
Yeah, sometimes that's all they do, Kevin, and then they let the defense take over. And I think that's what's most amazing about this Warriors roster. It's relentless, but it's relentless on both ends of the floor. You sleep on defense, and offensively they take advantage. And if you're not sharp yourself on the offensive end, the Warriors are just too good down there.
The Nets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Hey, Brent, as we move toward a more positionless league, versatility obviously is such a key. Who do you think are some of the more versatile centers in the game right now?
Well, I'm not going to put them in any particular order, but Anthony Davis playing a little bit more of the 5 is certainly a nightmare matchup. He's expanded his range to be able to shoot threes. Kristaps Porzingis represents basketball's version of a unicorn. Nobody knows what to make of that guy. DeMarcus Cousins, we see Karl Anthony Towns exploring his game in Minnesota and the versatility he has as a passing big that can shoot from range. And Joel Embiid in Philadelphia is raising all kinds of eyebrows, Kevin. I've just never seen somebody with that kind of size and that kind of mobility have such a soft touch from the three-point line. So the new evolutionized 5 position and revolutionized 5 position is in good shape.
That's a great list. And it goes down 2 points.
And how about Carroll using his size there, taking it strong.
Ooh! Okay.
That's how you attack. Wow. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Here's Kilpatrick. Knocks it loose. And Young comes over to help. Here's Dinwiddie. No good from outside.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
McCaw with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Livingston. Lets it go with the 3. David West grabs the miss.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Dinwiddie. 5 points in the game. But they'll get another chance. The shot from the low post is good. Dinwiddie's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And, of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward.
Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for West. Kevin Durant comes in for Nick Young. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Patrick McCaw. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. And Greg, the Nets trading away the better part of a decade worth of draft picks when they went all in back in 2013 and 2014.
Yeah, going for vets like Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace, Paul Pierce, and of course KG. But unfortunately, all past their primes. That team only able to get to the second round, and boy, what a heavy price to pay for so little success in the postseason.
Man, Draymond Green offensively right now is owning this game.
And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And Green slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And Brent, in your younger years, your dad, of course, played for the Golden State Warriors. You have connections with the Bay Area, certainly. Any memories of watching the old Warriors team play?
Well, of course, Kevin. I was a ball boy when I was 4 years old, and I remember getting into the locker room and having a chance to get on the practice court and riding to the arena with my dad. And then my years in high school when I made my way there to watch Run TMC and spent my summers with Chris Mullin trying to get myself ready for the NBA. I love the Bay Area. I love where I'm from, and I have to admit it, I love the Warriors.
First one falls for him.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
No good on the second free throw.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And it's Carroll in the corner. And he's good on the three ball. Carroll's got his third basket of the night right there.
And that's his role. That's where Carroll's at his best, the catch and shoot. And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Dinwiddie kicks to Booker. Pass to Kilpatrick. No good on the triple. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Burnett shooting 41% from the field here in the second. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance, and Green slams it in.
There's where Draymond Green just completely disrupts a possession. He reads the offense well and takes a good calculated risk.
Down low, here's Booker. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 5 assists tonight.
That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
Now here's Durant. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Carroll dishes to Dinwiddie. To the middle, Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. And there it is for him. Durant's got 15 points.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 11th in assists, 11th in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And he really is the consummate playmaker, always keeping his head on a swivel, searching for the open man, completely unselfish basketball player. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. And it's the Warriors on the break. And then Iguodala with the dunk.
How about a few tricks still left up the Andre Iguodala sleeve? Incredible at taking his time that time, but still getting to the rim.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Dishes to Carroll. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And really, the first 3 or 4 seasons of his career, DeMarre Carroll was kind of a fringe rotation player. I think once his three-point shooting took form in Atlanta, that's when his value as a player skyrocketed.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. And for DeMarre Carroll, able to hit the 3, but it all starts for him, Greg, at the defensive end.
Yeah, he can be an intimidator on that side of the ball, and with his lockdown mentality defensively, he only needs to provide complementary scoring to be a key contributor.
And he makes both free throws. The Warriors shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. Here's Curry, and the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
There's Dinwiddie, guarded by Curry. Feeds to Cramp. For 3, Harris. And no good that time. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Durant, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
And we've seen it so many times throughout his career. Durant putting on a scoring clinic on the hardwood.
The Nets shooting 44% from the field in the second. And it's Carroll in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. And Durant, here we go. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Kerr. Durant against Carroll, and stolen by Booker. Here's Dinwiddie. He has 7. 34 seconds left in the first half. Outside Carroll. And it's Curry with the rebound. And then Durant with the dunk.
What I like to see there, Durant no longer shies away from contact inside. Nowadays, he is the aggressor.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll to stop the run. And the shot is long. Here's Iguodala, and the jam with Iguodala.
That's something Iguodala would like to do just about every time. A good scorer around the rim.
Now Crabbe fires the 3. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 21 points, 2 block shots, and 4 rebounds. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could, and boy, was he throwing it down hard.
Well, it's one thing to drive, but it's another thing to drive and dunk. So let's see if he can keep that going here in the third.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Inside, we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot.
And that could be a costly foul there. Mozgov, a pretty good free throw shooter.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Timothy Mozgov taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
That's good from Mozgov.
And for a guy who was never drafted, Mozgov has carved out a nice role for himself in our league.
Mozgov hits them both. And the Nets adding their own G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets.
Yeah, and then, oh!
You saw that.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Getting bumped on the drive, Durant still maintains laser-sharp focus, something he's known for.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Hollis Jefferson passes to Mozgov. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
The feed to Thompson. He dishes it to Curry. And Thompson kicks to Durant. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's now 26 points for Kevin Durant.
He's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
They need this. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you look at the way the Warriors went through the postseason last year. The team was certainly on a mission. They swept through the Western Conference, and you could see tremendous laser focus as they tried to avenge that 16 loss to the Cavs.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first free throw is good. And something that we heard last season, Brent, with the dominance of the Warriors and also the Cavs, is that fans are worried the league will become too predictable with these two teams.
I kind of love the fact that we had a finals where we had 2 teams competing 3 straight years in a row and all the drama around it. This idea about teams being put together and manufactured, that's happened throughout the course of the NBA's history, Kevin. So I don't really buy much into the conversation about what the Warriors have done and what the Cavs did and what other teams are trying to do. There's a lot of ground out there for general managers and coaching to put together the best talent on the floor and try and win championships. Right now, that's happening in Golden State.
Here's Dinwiddie, defended by Durant. Carroll dishes to Dinwiddie. And Durant comes to help. Stolen by Durant. And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And that's 12 points for Steph Curry.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
There's a screen. Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Curry. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Mozgov a screen on Green. They double him with Green. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Warriors running again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Mozgov.
Nice dedicated drive there from Clay. He committed to it, got all the way in there for contact. I watch Klay Thompson, and I see a player at that position who is as complete as you want in an offensive package. He can hurt you from deep or going to the rim, and guys defensively just never feel comfortable when you're trying to slow him down.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And with Thompson, so much of why he is effective, Brent, is that he has a myriad of ways to hurt you. Great post-up game, and he's really improved greatly on his finishing.
Well, everybody talks about Klay Thompson doing a better job of mixing it up. But the fact of the matter is this Golden State offense is predicated on players moving without the basketball. And Klay Thompson, certainly one of the most dangerous players in the league, much like Rip Hamilton during his years in Detroit. A weapon as soon as he caught the ball off of that movement.
There's Crabbe with a three.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
And there's Green on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They set the pick to end the run. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
I admire the approach here, especially in such a hostile environment. Offense and defense, they really played a whale of a game.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
How about last year, Draymond Green pulled off one of the more improbable and impossible statistical games. He had a triple-double with points not even being involved. First ever in the NBA. 4 points, 12 boards, 10 assists, and 10 steals. Wow.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. You know, Brent, thinking back to Draymond's triple-double, he also had 5 blocks in that game. He was 6 points away, in fact, from getting a quadruple-double, and 5 from getting a quadruple-double without points.
As unreal stat line, and probably a lot of people who still get newspapers, Kevin, looked at those numbers and thought, wow, the printing machine must be broken. That game was on another level. And to just have 4 points in that contest shows you that Draymond Green puts the emphasis on all the other things that he does so well.
Kicks to Crabbe. Over to the wing. Thompson comes with the double team. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Whitehead. Drops in the tray. Whitehead's got 6.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble.
Oh! And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Yeah, scratching my head trying to remember the last time that they missed. They're on an absolute tear.
He kicks to Mozgov from 11 feet away, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Whitehead. He has 6. And Durant comes to help. Mozgov, a screen on Durant. Crabbe kicks to Mozgov, and Mozgov throws it down.
Yeah, and this is where Mozgov is at his best, using that size and length to attack the cup.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Brooklyn called for the foul. A second-round pick back in 2013, Allen Crabbe didn't play consistent minutes, Brent, until his 3rd season in the NBA.
Yeah, he continues to work, and I think the early part of his career he got some minutes because he really focused on the defensive end and maybe scoring a little bit and shooting the ball well, took his mindset away from that. We'll see this year if he can be more complete on both ends and still a tremendous offensive weapon.
Free throw drops for Green.
Just how important is Draymond Green and the grit that he plays with for this Golden State Warrior team? That edge is something that they feed off of.
And the Warriors making a change here. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Young comes in for Kevin Durant. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And both free throws good for Green. In other sports, the drafts have so many rounds, the scouts have a lot of work to do, but with only 2 rounds in the NBA draft, Brent, can the GM really just cover most of it?
I think the GMs, at least the smartest GMs, Kevin, have a great team behind them that gets out there, gathers as much information as possible, and does as much in terms of not only the play, but the player, the dynamics of the player, his characteristics, what he's about. To bring all that information to a general manager and present it to him before the draft, teams do a great job of targeting guys that they think are going to enhance their roster.
And now the international realm comes into play too.
Well, if I signed you up for my Mediterranean scouting service, Kevin, would you do it?
Yeah, I do it for free.
I'll see you over there.
Young from outside. Tries again. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 6 points.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Right, you're down by double digits. You have to play with maximum intensity just to have a chance to come back. Not seeing it here.
Picked by Mozgov, and the pass to Kilpatrick. Inside, here's Whitehead, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. West. Rebounded by the Nets.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
West with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. He's got 12.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
They double him with West. And Mozgov throws it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Pass to Whitehead. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Up again.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
And it's slammed in by Young.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I think they have been winning the battle of shot selection here in the second half, and that's led to an excellent shooting percentage from the field.
And it's LeVert missing.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Over to the left wing. There's the triple. A second chance effort. And the layup good by Mozgov. Mozgov's got 10 points here in the second half.
And this one a great way to score if your number isn't being called. Mozgov crashing the offensive glass. And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And I know we want to assume these shots are going in. The defense definitely blew an assignment there, but still got lucky.
Nice pass there to set that basket up. And with the Warriors, their ability to score in bunches really is unmatched throughout the league. They'll be going along with the team, and then all of a sudden they have that 20-point lead in like 3 minutes. It can happen so fast that I think at times the other teams are shell-shocked.
From deep, Green, the shot missing. The Nets shooting terrible so far in the second half, down around 26%. Here's Kilpatrick. He's got 7. McCaw grabs the miss. And talking about the Warriors and their ability to build a lead very quickly, the shooting they have, Greg, is a very big part of how they can just bury a team.
It is. Their shooting, especially from deep, but also their defense. One kind of feeds the other in terms of how they can steamroll teams and create that momentum. And only the special teams can put a game away with a 5-minute run, but this is one that has consistently done it over the last 3 years.
Livingston, that's good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Kilpatrick. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. To the middle. The 11-footer. And it comes off the front of the rim. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Livingston, no luck. Here's LeVert. From outside, off the mark.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
That one goes. Count it.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Hollis Jefferson's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Here's Livingston, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, 6'7", Sean Livingston still can get up there and rock the rim.
Here's Whitehead. He's got 8. To the inside, here's Mozgov. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. So for the Nets, Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And Harris subbed in for LeVert. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for the Warriors. The Nets shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. They double him with West. Here's Whitehead. Offensive rebound. Mozgov. Good defense by Iguodala.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
1:05 left in the third. Whitehead passes to Mozgov. In the corner, it's Harris. Picked by Mozgov. Shoots the 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half. Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
The pass to Kilpatrick. There's a good screen. Harris passes to Whitehead. He feeds it to Mozgov. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Mozgov's got 14 points now in the second half. Iguodala's drive. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Iguodala doing a great job of getting into the teeth of the defense and then uses the angles so well.
The Warriors have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
The Warriors making a switch here. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Kevin Durant comes in for Nick Young. Thompson, he's checked in for Patrick McCaw. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. And Iguodala drops them both. The Nets shooting a pretty wretched 28% in the third quarter. This offense needs to maybe try some different angles. And now Iguodala running the floor all by himself.
A tremendous job by Steph Curry there, getting the ball over quickly to the open man, not letting that lane close down.
Here's Dinwiddie. He has 7. And Harris wide open. He shoots off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's the Golden State Warriors able to put on a show for the ages. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We come back right after this. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense. Play inside out when you can.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Zeller is out there with Trevor Booker. Then there's Harris. Then it's Allen Crabb. And it's Dinwiddie in at point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Just 5 to shoot. Harris, right side. Bangs home the trifecta.
Nice stroke from long range. And if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Here's Iguodala. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris. There's the dish to Dinwiddie. Here's Crabb. Thompson with the rebound. Warriors shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Iguodala with the bucket.
Iguodala is so skilled down low, playing his cards right that time and laying them on the table.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Dinwiddie dishes to Zeller. Feeds to Harris. It's deflected. Now here's Thompson. Here's Pachulia. Misses off the right iron. To the inside. And Zeller kicks to Harris. Nets passing it around. Here's the floater. He lays it in.
And for a player who's so prolific from beyond the arc, Crabb has the length and some hops inside to beat you.
Bell's shot is good. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Dishes to Crabb. Here's Dinwiddie. A second chance effort. They shoot again. It's rebounded by Golden State. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Bell's shot is good.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
The Nets have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Dinwiddie passes to Booker. The shot will not fall, so Golden State will take it the other way. No good from Bell. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Bell. It's good.
Bucket earned, out muscling and out hustling everybody for the rebound.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Curry with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. Curry's got the ball. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, if I won 2 MVPs, I think I'd be pretty confident too. Curry firing and draining.
Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Kerr. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. Zeller inside, goes up against Pachulia. Looking to end the run. In deep, Zeller drops it in.
Great patience on the block, elevating with ease and then sinking the close range shot over the top of the D.
Curry can't get it to go. And for the Nets, they're shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Zeller dishes to Crabb. And the Nets, another 3.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Curry gets the bucket.
This is why Steph Curry is virtually unguardable. When he's sinking those kind of shots, it just devastates you defensively.
Harris kicks to Dinwiddie. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Curry attacking. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way in.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Crabbe kicks to Harris. Hey, Brent, we've seen Hall of Fame players become coaches, but often it seems like the smart role player, they sustain more success in that role of head coach. Why is that?
I think, Kevin, a lot of times the role player is a conduit between both ends of the spectrum of your team. He can communicate with the star player. He can also talk to the guy who's the 12th man on the bench and make sure that both of them are getting what it is that they need to be in the best position to succeed. That's why you see a lot of players in that middle ground who do a great job of becoming NBA coaches as they understand the role of each.
And the work ethic, too, because for role players, maybe it hasn't come as easy, whereas for a superstar, it was too easy.
That's true, Kevin, and how much work do you have to do with the most talented player on your team? It's pretty specific what his role is going to be. I think a role player who ends up being a coach understands the work dynamic.
Look at that! That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 15 rebounds.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
To the wing on the left. Zeller passes to Crabbe. Good on the 13-footer. Crabbe's got 7 now in this quarter. The feed now to Pachulia. Rebound, Brooklyn. Zeller's got his 3rd rebound tonight, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Brooklyn making some changes. Quincy Aces come in for Trevor Booker, and it's Whitehead in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Then for the Warriors, Caspi. He's checked in for Iguodala. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Klay Thompson. And Pachulia over to help. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And Brent, every year on average, it seems like players get a little taller, they can jump a little higher, they run a little faster. What are your thoughts about raising the rim above 10 feet where it stands now?
That's a great question, Kevin. I don't think that's happening anytime soon, but
you had I can see you shaking your head, and you kind of laughed at it.
Yeah, I just can't see it
the
happening.
The game is hard enough as it is right now, right? Is that what you're saying?
It is. I like your idea about making the court a little bit bigger, but 10 feet seems to be a pretty good number for where that tin sits.
About right, huh? And he gets it to go.
Yeah, Pachulia's a big guy, and when he's near the rim, that's where big guys score.
Whitehead passes to Zeller. Here's AC. Hits the three-point bomb.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
When a team signs Pachulia, they're getting a solid center, Brent, but they're also getting an enforcer for their team.
Well, there are a lot of players in the NBA, Kevin, at the center position who are unwilling to accept maybe what the modern-day center has to do, especially a guy that doesn't have a tremendous amount of skill. That is set screens, go out and rebound, and be an enforcer. That's exactly what Pachulia provided for the Warriors in his first year.
On the free throw, no good.
And the veteran Pachulia is a physical presence, a guy you hate playing against, but someone you love if he's on your team.
They get a hand on it. Pachulia with the steal. He dishes it to Livingston. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Foul. 2.
Brent, for the NBA, it's been a very prosperous time over the last couple decades. What do you think has been the key factor or factors in the growth and the popularity of the game?
Kevin, I think the game speaks for itself and always will. The NBA, to me, is the greatest game that we get a chance to watch. Athleticism and poetry in motion. But one of the things at its foundation and core that I've loved is that the guys that are carrying the mantle for the league right now are likable. And there's nothing that beats likability.
And they appreciate, Brent, I think they appreciate the people that were before them very much.
I think they not only appreciate what's gone before them, Kevin, they're in the moment now, and they appreciate what's going on with their careers in their moment.
And the second free throw, good.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
Down low, here's AC, and finished off by AC.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack. Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Whitehead passes to AC. Here's Whitehead. They double him with West. Pass to Kilpatrick. Here's AC. And the Nets, another 3.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the 3-ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
Plenty of space. And it's Kilpatrick missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
At the elbow, it's Allen. Warriors with the rebound. Here's McCaw, and the layup falls.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Whitehead. He's covered by Livingston. Kilpatrick. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make them pay for it.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Kicks it to Harris. Can they get it? Rejected by Young. Here's McCaw. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Brooklyn's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Allen passes to Kilpatrick. And a miss there on the triple. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Chalk up 2 there. McCaw has got 6 points in the quarter.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And it's good assisting on the play with Livingston.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
Yeah, shooting at a very high percentage right now. This one extending the lead.
Here's Kilpatrick. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
For 3, West. And another 3 for Golden State.
Failure to extend the defense, not going to get you back in this game.
Yeah, it's just a big mistake against a great shooter. It feels like they've just completely lost their focus.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Gotta love the fact that going vertical is a major part of what makes him so difficult as a point guard to defend, especially around the rim. Pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
Whitehead passes to Allen. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Draymond Green.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Draymond Green.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Allen with the screen for Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Young with the steal. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. And Young with the stuff.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
Here's Whitehead. Uses the glass to drop it in.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
Here's Kilpatrick. Poked away. Here's AC. Offline. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. We expect big games for you. How do you put together 4 quarters of excellence like tonight?
Well, I'm just playing off my teammates. I'm not trying to force anything. Just take what the defense gives me and be aggressive.
Yeah, you set the tone tonight and got the win. Thanks very much, Kevin. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you later.